This is the Bill Squire Show.
So hard.
This shouldn't feel as cool as it does.
This makes me feel like I'm a mute dick.
Have you guys watched? Have you guys watched Gen V yet?
What?
Gen V. I watched like the first 2 episodes.
The Boys,
What's
like
it
the
called?
spinoff.
No,
Gen V.
I haven't even caught up with The Boys.
Oh my god, so good. Catch up, and then we can have the conversation that we were just having.
Okay.
It's so good.
Because I did see the one where she's little and she's jerking the dude off.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Or is there more?
There's more, but I think in that one he's just like, "Tell me this is the biggest dick you've ever seen."
Oh yeah.
And she's like,
"Yeah, I saw
relatively,
that one." Yeah. And then
I love the show so much.
I just don't want to. I don't need to be told that.
Yeah.
I know where I fall in the rankings, so to speak.
I mean, I was also young.
I mean, some people like that though,
Yeah.
and they like being told how.
I'm not that
small and
insecure.
gross it is.
I'm also not that fucking weird.
Is there any guys that have a giant dick that want to have want them to be like, this is a little dick? Like, is that
This is
I've
a
never gotten
reasonably
that.
sized dick, right? This
Yeah.
isn't enormous and
no,
over.
tell me my dick is average.
It's always either be honest,
yeah.
and they're very adamant about be honest. So I'm like, damn, it's not gonna be a very nice dick that I have to look
Are we
at.
talking about when you do
Like
ranking?
dick rating?
Like rating?
Yeah,
Okay,
like dick
not
ratings and
in
stuff.
bed.
Or you just know the confident guys, and they don't Thankfully, they don't try to just push that or whatever.
They
If
just
they're
know.
paying for
Yeah,
it, they just want
know.
they just want to show it off. The
Mhm.
fact that they're gonna throw money at you. Respect.
Not that insecure that number one, I need a report card on my penis, and number two, that I would need
Yeah, I don't even know if it's an insecurity though. For some of them, yeah, but others, I don't know.
I'm not no kink shaming.
No,
It just,
I
you
know, but yeah, I don't get it either. As on an outside.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Bill Squire Show.
Oh shit! Hi.
I'm Bill Squire. There's Tommy.
Hi.
You want your dick rated at Tommy LC
on
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. She
On
doesn't
OnlyFans,
rate that
yeah.
shit for free on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hopefully, never mind. We'll talk later.
And then there's Pants.
Hi, everybody. I'm not a cop.
And
Fucking cop. I'm a cop.
No,
Fucking-
you're not a cop. You can just. I like when you say I'm not a cop.
I'm not a cop. Fucking cop.
Tommy, first I want to do a little thing with you.
God.
Can you look down your shirt and spell the word attic?
Wait, attic.
Yeah,
Oh, I already know this. This is stupid.
No.
ATTIC.
She already knows it. But there they
No,
are.
she's going to tell you she doesn't want to be a part of the Pen 15 club.
Tommy rated my dick once, a long time ago.
Oh my god, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to share the
She-
diagnosis?
I believe. I mean, I can look it up.
Oh my god. No, I don't even watch my videos back.
I'm not gonna make you watch anything because you just said something very kind. I remember it was kind.
It was kind.
It was kind.
You're gonna find it.
I
You
think
can
so.
find it?
I think so.
Okay.
It's
Of all the OnlyFans.
it was a paid for event, so this is. I think this is before you were on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Do dudes like to be
Absolutely.
humiliated? Do they want you to say shitty things about their dick sometimes?
So some of the guys that pay for dick rating, the ones that are like, I need you to be honest.
They want to.
You could just tell by the way that they want honesty, and they're like, don't hold back, say whatever. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be. Ugh.
Do you think that's somebody that gets their dick actually looked at in real life a lot, or not at
No,
all?
I don't think so.
So why would you dig yourself such a deeper why the self abuse?
I guess if you're already if that's what
Insecure
you're
about
used
it.
to and comfortable with, you kind of adapt to that in a
Uh-huh.
way. You know?
Again, I'm
Like
not
you're used to one
judging it.
thing.
It's just I'm curious
I
to
don't
what
get
the
a lot of
pathology
it.
behind
Yeah.
it is. You know?
Tommy said, "You have such a nice cock."
That was all I said.
Oh.
That's all he said.
Oh, okay, maybe it was probably just a
So you weren't
quick
tipping.
rating.
Yeah, quick
clearly
rating,
You
yeah.
weren't tipping.
I do, I do. And that was honestly because you got me in the beginning of
Yeah.
when I started OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Because now I do, if people want a written rating,
Yeah.
a video, or if they want a video where it's more
Yeah.
sexualized, kind of like a joy a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So yeah, I mean that was
Yeah.
very kind, but I'm way more detailed than that, guys.
So now you guys know. I got her in her
That's
early
it?
days.
That was her demos. You basically heard her demos.
Yeah, it honestly was because it was you interviewed me about OnlyFans, and
Yeah.
I hadn't been doing it that long. And
Yeah,
it was during
that was
COVID and
that was
stuff.
in March of
2020.
2021.
That was
That was
Okay.
in March of 2021 where
Okay, well, I was about a year in,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
guys, I got
But-
better. I got better, guys.
Yeah. So, get your cock rated by Thomas.
Yeah,
You rate vaginas too?
I would. I haven't been asked though.
I
I
figure
have a
like,
couple women that pay, but none of them have. Yeah, none
or get their
of the
tits
women's
rated.
reach out. Yeah, no, I totally would.
You could
I'll
have
rate your
that's a
tits.
whole other revenue stream there.
I know.
I'll rate your tits. Pay me $20 and I'll rate your tits.
I feel like the
ladies.
titty scene is happening over on Twitter. Like,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a huge
Twitter's
huge
great for
titty scene going on over on
Twitter's
Twitter.
great for tits.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard
Agreed.
of FickFap?
Thick fap.
FickFap with
FickFap.
F, like TikTok.
No.
Okay, so
Is it
I
TikTok
just-
with
Fucker and
tits?
fuck with
yeah,
that.
I tried to subscribe. You have to look it up. It's
Okay.
it's just
FickFap.
porn, but like
yeah, I like porn.
TikTok. So I
Like
don't know, but
TikTokified porn.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
I-
It's just
dude,
like swipe through and stuff.
so it's like instead of sandwiches and like people being shitty on airplanes, it's just like chicks like working themselves and stuff.
Oh yeah,
And dudes.
yeah.
Like chicks working
I-
dudes, not dudes work. Well,
I'm sure there's
Oh,
is it like a
it's-
filter
there's an
system
algorithm,
there?
yeah.
Can
I
you
don't know.
filter
I
it
didn't.
out?
I didn't go fully into
That's-
it.
Is
kind
it a
of-
website?
Fix
So
that.
yeah, it's
That's
a-
saying
Because I
that.
imagine they can't do an app.
well, there's an app on. Autumn was one who told me she was dancing and found out about it. But there's an app I think for Android
Yeah.
and then website
Ugh.
for Apple. But you can make the
Oh,
shortcut.
jeez.
or
Okay,
whatever.
so there it is.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, hey, I know
But
this girl, Taylor Jax.
Do you know her?
Okay.
Yeah, Taylor J. I don't know her, but like I followed her on not TikTok, on Twitter, and she's just in public with
So
her
it's
tits out,
browser based.
Yeah.
fingering herself. Yeah.
I signed up. I have to wait
Okay,
to like
there's
get
a-
approved
there's
or
a
whatever.
butt.
But
There's
make
a
money
butt with a
on
big
there.
old dildo in it.
I'm investigating too now.
yeah, you please.
I probably should have signed out the company Wi-Fi before.
I went on the mainstream. I'm not even incognito on
Yeah,
this shit. So it's like,
it's-
oh yeah, dude, this is great.
right.
There's like a chick dressed like some anime chick I don't know, just riding dick, and now there's like a chick getting hammered. Now there's like a Midwestern aunt smoking cigarettes.
Nice.
Oh, her name's Fit Cougar. Okay, but that's not very fit to. Anyways, I'm not here to judge.
Tommy, can you send that other picture too, please?
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is
I like the
great.
options. Yep.
Okay,
It's
I'm
a
gonna put it
porny
away
week,
for now.
huh? It's a porny week.
Yeah, I don't know how long it'll take or whatever the steps.
Do you remember the first time you ever saw porn?
Oh yeah. I mean, early days. I don't know the exact
Yeah.
time.
I don't remember my.
I need to bring this up
Oh,
because
no.
from last episode, you slapped the table so much.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry. I meant to tell you before we started recording, but we have started recording, so I'm sorry.
I didn't realize it was because I listen to the pod every once in a while. I don't.
I heard it a lot in this last episode, so
I get it. I get very.
yeah, I know
Okay.
you're
All right.
you're very physical performer. I get it.
All right, I'll just fold the arms and just hold it in. I'll try to keep it together as much as I can.
You hit the table a lot.
It's-
Okay, when's the first time you saw porn, bud?
The year was 2013. Dude, I don't know. It's the classic tale of any dude my age where it's like someone's brother had like a Playboy magazine,
Yeah.
like in the middle of the woods, and then you heard about it, and it was like a Paul Bunyan like tale. And then you go out in the middle of the woods, and you're with like 4 other dudes, and it's immediately uncomfortable, and you see tits, and you're like, whoa, and then
Yeah.
everyone feels real weird all at once,
Right, because
you're
you're not alone
you're
to
like
just
10
enjoy
years
it. You're just like,
old, and you-
I like this, but I kind of wish there wasn't a bunch of people with me.
Yeah, and then it, yeah.
Mine was a tree house. It was in Strongsville on
Like
Jonathan
Step
Drive.
Brothers.
You know the street?
This is the street that I grew up on,
okay.
like
That
where I
makes
live.
more sense. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's not-
Jesus.
It's not like we didn't like I knew my address, like, and we it was like down from my friend's house, and like there was just a I can't remember the name of the kids that had it, but they had like a tree house, and they had like a nudie magazine in it, and we all went up and like took turns like looking at it, and I was young, because I was at the oldest 7. This is before second grade.
Okay.
And because that was one of those things where there was enough kids in that neighborhood that there were like teenagers, and then there were little brothers and stuff, and we were learning about things like I remember learning what a blowjob was from a kid's older brother, like a 12-year-old. He's like, blowjob is when a girl puts her penis in your mouth and sucks on it. And I was like, what, for the piss? I didn't know what cum was.
You did not slam the table for the piss. And then you grow up, you get old enough, and you realize some girls really just do it for the piss.
Yeah, some
too.
girls do it for the
That's
piss.
a thing
Yeah, some
too.
girls want the piss. Tommy's face right now. Tommy is not for the piss.
Not for the piss.
I'm not either.
I think this episode's called "Not for the Piss."
I got offered to pee on someone once.
Yeah?
It wasn't even like I was getting up after we fucked around to go to the bathroom, and she goes, "You could just pee on me." And I go, "What?" I go, "No." I go, "Come on." I think I said grow up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she was I think she was a youngin', and I think she just was trying to go
Yeah.
Down that road.
I wasn't ready to
She
go
tried to get
into
down the yellow
Pissville.
brick road.
And still 20 years later, I'm not ready to go into Pissville. So sorry. But yeah.
Have you ever had a pissy cum?
A pissy cum?
What does that mean?
Like the lemon like
I had it on you already. Good.
no.
So this has
Hey,
happened
Mitz.
to me twice. And it's when I'm real drunk.
No.
You started, you gotta finish.
I know I'm going to, but it's just Tommy's reaction.
Oh.
And it's possible. Like I was real drunk
Mm-hmm.
and we were having sex and I came, but it wasn't just like it was like I was a squirter. Like it was half cum, half piss.
Your squirt journey.
Wait, in or on?
It was just
Everywhere.
it was kind of a fountain because like I wasn't coming in her. Like it was like, hey, I'm gonna come get off me.
Yeah.
We were that careful.
Yeah.
Wait, did
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
I've never had
and then
any
afterwards
scares.
you're like, I swear I've never done that before.
Well, the first time
Oh, I'm so
we
glad
were
it wasn't in
we
her
were so
mouth.
drunk that I was like, okay. And then the second time, it like I knew something was up, and she was getting ready to like go and put her mouth on it, and I was like, don't like I put my hands on her shoulders, and then it goes, and I was like, I'm pretty sure some of that was piss, and she's like, I don't think it was piss. Why would it be piss? And I was like, there was just a lot. I'm like, there's never that much. Like it was a lot,
I don't know, like I know whenever like
but it's like a thing. It's like I looked it up.
I don't
Like,
know
it is
enough
a-
about the human body, but I can tell you like when I
You were a bedwetter, so that for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
It probably. I
see?
wonder if it's some.
No, I
related.
think it's just like I had.
you probably
drank
got a
so
weak
much.
urethra.
Well, it's not your urethra that stops the piss from going.
Well, I don't know.
It's your bladder. And my bladder. What happened was like
Yeah, but
there's
if
like a
you're-
muscle that switches, and they weren't switching fast enough. And
Well, that's
I
what
just
it
went,
is.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
because after I come, there's a good couple minutes where like even if I have to pee,
That's-
like I gotta wait for the
That's
valves
normally
to
how it
switch
is,
over.
but this is again. These are like real drunk sessions,
Yeah.
and it's like the second. Like
you
so,
have a
like,
lifelong journey with piss, man.
no, dude, I can't get away from it.
Yeah. It's your destiny is just piss. It's your pistony. That didn't work. That was terrible. I'm sorry. Peeing.
I wanna
You
see
just
what-
like
White and
fix
yellow
that
pee
again?
together.
Yeah,
You just, like,
it was already
fix
open
it.
to it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna try and look up what this is called.
He's just on fic fap again. He can't stop. It's
Sorry, I didn't mean to
I could
bring
tell.
it up. Right
It was
at the
awesome, dude.
beginning
I
of
can't wait to
the-
go home. We cut this fucking episode short.
real short.
Yeah. Because I'm ficking and fapping and
All right.
fickety fappity to do. Fucker and fuppatash.
Okay, here's-
I shouldn't
this
have
is-
told you guys about it.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Tommy.
I would be the longer you didn't tell me about that, the more angry I'd be.
Dude, I would have been mad if like months from now you're like, fic fap. I'm like, what? Come on.
This is from Go Ask Alice. Dear Alice, my partner seemed to pass urine while ejaculating. Is this normal? And what would be the cause of it? Dear reader, the male body has a system that keeps it from being able to ejaculate and urinate at the same time. During sexual arousal, muscles at the base of the bladder contract in order to close out the passageway from the bladder into the urethra, the tube through which the urine and semen leave the body. This makes it impossible for urine to be released during ejaculation. Oh, so maybe it didn't do that. It is not likely the fluid is urine, but it might be either pre-cum or ejaculate. Oh, so maybe just like extra.
You might have been like extra prime with that pre-cum.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah, because pre-cum's kind of piss.
Yeah, it's a little pissy.
What is this episode?
I
I don't know. I didn't
know.
prepare anything, so this is what
Dr.
happens.
Squire.
Somebody was just talking about pre-cum being their favorite, and I don't remember.
That's
said
not
that.
my
Somebody
favorite.
that
I can
likes
tell you
to
that
ask
much.
because
I can tell you
It was
as a man that's
believe
not
it was a
married or in a committed relationship, pre-cum, not my favorite.
Not your,
Yeah.
not I.
so she likes the pre-cum part.
Does it have less
Calories?
flavor? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember who said it. If it was
I'm
a
just
person
thankful
that
that any
spoke to me or a
women like
podcast,
cum.
I don't know.
Like, I'm just thankful that's a thing.
That
the women
yeah,
like.
because that's definitely a
Yes.
thing that
Oh,
like
yeah.
they go, yeah. Like,
I like when women come, but I'm like, when I'm alone and I do it, I go, who the fuck would want this? Like, what?
No, cumming's nice.
Okay. Well, thank you. Again, I don't.
You're welcome.
well, he's talking about like not just coming, but like semen.
And,
I know
yeah,
men coming is
yeah.
wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like the whole
Mhm.
paagentry, the whole guar
Right,
concert
yeah.
of the
The whole
experience.
Guar concert.
Listen, women sometimes really like to have, it's cream, it's holiday
Dude, you don't
pie
have
season.
to mince words in this episode.
But I like
When
pulling
we
out
talk
because it's like a
about
big,
pissy
it's like a guar
Yeah.
concert, and it's
I-
like
I
it's
see,
like
I see, yeah.
it's like fireworks and fucking, like guitars are playing and shit.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Fireworks.
What's your go-to sex music? I think we've talked about this before. Yeah, like
Your sex playlist.
Yeah, I've talked about
I
my
don't.
sex
Yeah,
playlist.
you know what song's gonna come on next?
I like to put it on shuffle.
Deftones usually.
Yeah.
Deftones is great. That's great sex
Yeah.
music.
I've made a few sex playlists in my life, and the one song that's always constant is "Digital Bath"
Yeah.
by Deftones. That's just, you cannot be born between the years of 1979 and 2010 and not have that make your list.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And also, I've not.
2010's a
anyone
little
born in
late.
2010.
But, that's how. Let's go. With,
Mhm.
no, a lot of 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds that are like, yeah, that's my cum song.
I fucking missed. I just shouldn't have set that range like that. But we're
You should have bring on like 79 to like 91.
1983.
Yeah. Well, Tommy, what year are you born in?
90, and I'm 33.
90. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So 90s
Yeah.
is the cutoff.
Yeah, like 91, 92, I think could be.
I feel like even
There are
people younger
younger,
than me,
like, because I don't want to say this.
You're gonna.
maybe like 2000.
My kids like the Deftones, but I don't want it to be like because that's their fuck music.
So
I mean,
This
it has
episode's
to be
terrible.
mean that
Yeah.
they're definitely
It has to
fucking.
be a-
I know there are,
It
but I
has to
don't
be
want to
like-
think about it.
it has to be a mix
Now
of
that- now
like
I can't fuck to the music anymore.
Of super. It has to be like super horny to me. A mix of super horny music, and then there has to be like you got to throw some curveballs in there, like the Armageddon Aerosmith song, like I could stay awake.
See, that
I
would
like
make
to
me
stay
laugh.
away-
However, I do like laughing.
I do like laughing during sex too.
A little bit. You got to break it up a little bit.
I was doing a stereotypical Italian voice after I hooked up with this girl the other day because she was Italian, and so I was like, "Oh, you're so sweaty."
You said that to her.
Did you do the fingers while
Oh yeah,
you came?
oh, you're so sweaty.
No, like when you
What's
blew,
up?
like while you're coming, where you're like,
No. This is like post-sex stuff. And then another time, actually, this is the same time, same girl. Like we're having like a good like post-sex like cuddle, and we're just like wrapped up in the moment, and it's like it's that afterglow moment. And then I go to get up, and my dick had dried to the blanket.
Ow.
So then I was like trying to take the wrapper off a bit of honey.
God. Ugh, what's wrong with you?
Dude, I'm just telling you.
Did you
a
like
story
not
about my
pour
life.
some water down there or whatever? Like
It was
walk-
just in the moment, so like I
You
just
didn't
like I
walk-
didn't get stuck, so I'm just like pulling it off little by little. Yeah.
Sorry.
Did she watch you pull it off?
I mean, she didn't see it, but she's like,
Okay, good.
she was like there, but she wasn't like it was dark.
I just
It wasn't
envisioned-
like watch this. It just
I just envisioned.
and
Bill,
I'm being bright. Like it wasn't
Oh no.
probably as bad as, but it's just because it's the tip of your dick, so it's a little sensitive.
Oh,
It's a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I just envisioned Bill walking to the bathroom with like his like blanket like trailing from the tip of his dick.
Yeah.
Like
Him
a weird
holding
cape.
it.
Yeah, but he's not even
Very
holding it. It's like just walking.
But it's
with
also
it.
like that post-sex dick where it's still like pretty like you're not hard anymore, but it's like it's pretty chubbed up and like so like there was a lot of surface area that was covering.
happy for you, man.
This is Bill's
I
dick
think
episode.
I think I'm happy for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. We had a good time. I like
Bill's
that girl.
piss journey better be the title of this episode.
I don't know if we can say piss.
Bill's
I can just censor it out.
lemonade
Yeah.
journey.
Lemonade journey. That sounds worse.
What else?
'Cause that sounds like I'm drinking it.
it. Well, I don't know, dude. It's no.
I'm not a piss
It's
drinker.
a safe space, dude. It's a safe space. Wow, that felt.
Yeah, that was weird. It was just
nothing.
to the point.
So anyway, yeah, I saw porn when I was 7.
Way to stick the
Oh
landing
damn,
on
that was a
one.
long time ago.
But it wasn't like hardcore. That was like just boobs in like a bush. And then like I feel like the first time
So
I
wait,
saw
what
like
year-
a
what year were you
wiener.
7.
What?
What year would it have been?
89.
Yeah, so there's really no
Right,
way you're gonna get
yeah.
access to super hardcore shit. I
Yeah.
mean, not at that age.
No. But it wasn't much longer until I saw because I went to my brother found like a video that my uncle had and he played that and it was I think we talked about it with the lesbians with the really long fingernails and they're just like
Oh yeah.
going to town on each other and I was just like they're gonna get cut up. They're gonna cut their vaginas up. So yeah, weird life.
Strange.
You could say
strange.
that again.
Life's weird. Pants. I saw your brother the other day.
We're doing what?
I was walking
We're
to brunch.
doing what?
I was walking to brunch and he was taking the video equipment from 86 to Black Cat.
At brunch?
It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday.
Oh, okay. I know what he's doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
And I'm
he's
just like, hey, what's up?
He's good. We're doing that.
Did
Yeah,
some-
doing the video.
I need to do now that's what I call alcohol because I want to do one before the special. If I may.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to do it. I was planning on doing one not this week, but probably next.
Okay.
So you're the 22nd. We'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
It's not exciting radio to
No, it's not.
coordinate schedules.
But I just want to make sure I get on there because that'd be fun.
Thank you for reminding me about that, though.
Yeah. I'm very excited about the taping.
I would hope so.
It's selling really well. If you haven't gotten tickets yet, BillSquire.com. We get tickets. And I was at the Funny Stop this past weekend and running the set, and it's just I'm so happy with the way it flows. And my friend was there, and she's seen it pretty much from like start to what it is now. Like when I was trying to work everything out, and she's probably seen me perform it all the way through 7 or 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
And like we were just talking about it and like she's like and she made notes in her head. She's like, oh, okay, this is good here, this was good here, and the way you've got it all now, like it finally has the flow where it seems seamless and everything kind of goes to the next thing really well and like builds the way I want. And it's one of like the funnest parts of building an hour is watching like that narrative come together that you didn't even know you had in the first place, and then it like all of a sudden it's like, oh, this kind of has this weird theme that's emerging.
Pieces are falling into place,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Art's cool.
Do you? so I've heard. Are you when you do like a taping? Do you still leave yourself the room to kind of go off and improv a little bit?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
are you still writing in your head?
I like to have that freedom because you can always just cut things out, and it's more with like tags.
Forget about that.
Yeah,
Like,
like
what? How do you feel? Okay, not to jump in.
yeah.
when you tape something, do you aim to just from start to finish be like, I want everything to make the cut? Or are you going in knowing that stuff's probably not making the final cut?
For the most part, I go in with like, I want everything to make it, but I'm also okay like cutting stuff out. And like with Pure BS, there was a few little things I cut out, but I was really happy with most of it. So
because you weren't aiming for like because it went to YouTube, right? Like you're not having to hit a certain mark, right? You're not having to have
right. Well, and that's kind of
gone
anyway. Like there's no place where you're doing a special unless it's releasing on Comedy Central, which they don't even put out specials really on Comedy Central. They'll put them out on like Paramount Plus, or it'll be like a Comedy Central, but they get more views on their YouTube channel than they would if they were to put it out on like Comedy Central. So they just play like Office reruns on there.
Yeah.
So you don't have to hit like a time like you used to.
Okay.
The only place that would really be important is if you're doing one of the shorter set shows on Netflix, like the comedians or where they're like, hey, we're trying to keep these like 10 minutes or 12 minutes or whatever it is. But for those, like if you're putting out a Netflix special, like Sam Morril has a Netflix special and it was like 43 minutes or something. Like it was real tight, real funny, but it wasn't like he had to hit the hour. You just got to give him something that people are going to watch.
That's interesting because I did think like Netflix would be insistent, like, hey, we're paying you, or we have you we're this big massive company, and we signed you on to do an hour,
right?
So fucking give us an hour.
I think they'd rather it be tighter and it also I think they kind of leave it up to comedians to edit it how they want and how they want to release it.
I would think that, but I would also think like those companies are also beholden to algorithms and the rules and sort of like what's going to hook people in. And I'm sure that's tied into it somewhat.
Aren't they focusing more on comedy? Netflix? I feel like
I mean they're really
like
trying
specials.
to like from what I can tell they're trying to get the people that have a following now. So 10 years ago, 15 years, or like when like Segura was starting to blow up, they were just trying to buy anybody special. And Segura talks about that. Like he wanted to do his first special on Comedy Central. They passed on it. Netflix bought it. And he's like, oh, that sucks. Nobody's going to see it. And then he blew up from that.
Everyone saw it.
Yeah, everyone saw it because streaming took off so quickly. And same with Bill Burr. Like he had already done like an HBO or like a Comedy Central one, but his Netflix one is the one that like really took him to another level. Ali Wong was the same thing. So they all hit that Netflix is making you a household name. And now it's more, when you get to a certain level, for the most part, Netflix seems to go after, Rife and Mark Norman just put one out. And like, people that already have an audience because they're trying to bring people there.
Yeah.
They're trying to, and so I think they're going with more established people at this point. But every once in a while, I'll see somebody on there that hasn't quite made, that like they're it's like more of an up and comer that gets a Netflix special. So there's really no way to tell. I think a lot of it is who you know.
I think that's all the universal solvent, no matter what the tech is it's a lot of connections.
Right. Yes. What's your favorite comedy special of all time besides mine?
Thomas.
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't have like a favorite? Like
No,
you can.
I'm not like you guys. I'm sorry.
You don't
I'm
watch
not
any
a
comedy?
comedian.
But you watch comedy.
This-
Just live?
What?
Just live?
Yeah,
You don't-
live. Like, I mean, I do like here and there watch specials. Who's the one who recently put stuff out? See, I don't even know. It was relatively bigger names.
Pete Holmes?
No, standard looking guy.
Pete Holmes is pretty standard.
Yeah,
looking.
that's pretty.
I mean, I guess it's a lot of.
Mike Birbiglia?
Could be Mark
it was
Norman.
on Netflix.
Mark
I don't think it's
Mike,
him.
Mike Birbiglia put one out on Netflix.
No.
Standard looking guy.
Maybe ginger-ish, blondish.
Ginger-ish
Like,
blonde.
he's not bigger, but he's...
Louis C.K.
No.
He's ginger.
Ed Sheeran?
Bill Burr doesn't have hair anymore.
No, it's not Bill Burr. No, guys, it's none of these
This is
people.
fun.
Maybe it's Mark.
Diego Lopez.
Hold on. Maybe
Was it
it's-
Mark Normand?
let me look. I know that name. No, is he? He kind of has an annoying voice.
Wow.
No.
Comedy.
What the fuck's his name?
And while she's searching, I will say the first thing that comes to my mind is probably not Werewolves and Lollipops, but the Patton one that came before that one.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
I think that was a Comedy Central one, but it was fantastic.
Yeah,
it was the
I
one
don't
where he
know,
opens.
guys.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I honestly don't know.
There was
what
one
my
where he
favorite
opens up. He
special
goes, "I'm
is.
drunk. Let's go." And then it was like,
Yeah.
that was that. And then I think 1A, 1B would be Whiskey Icarus.
Like Whiskey Icarus
Canadian.
that's Cal Canadian. That's fucking
Yeah, Whiskey
stellar.
Icarus was
That's one of the best comedy specials of all time.
Where are these ones at?
I think his are all on YouTube now. I think pretty much all of
Does he have
Canadian's.
some on Netflix? No.
Canadian's got one set on Netflix from.
What are the best places? YouTube, just YouTube.
Honestly, the best one, like my buddy Chad Daniels just put one out. It's on YouTube. I think all of his are on YouTube. I think YouTube has the best specials. Matt Bronger has a fantastic one on YouTube. Kurt Braunohler.
I love Kurt.
His special's so fucking
his
good.
is good. He is ginger and kind of normal
Yeah,
looking, but
yeah.
that wasn't who I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
No,
I don't know.
his special was fucking awesome.
He is. I like him. He's so funny.
He's so funny, and he does the thing that I like, where it's like it has this through line and it's got this theme to it, but each segment stands up and is standalone. Same with Canane. Like those guys are very good at doing that. They like just
There wasn't like
they're storytellers, but they also are like excellent joke writers at the same time.
stand-up comedy as a kid only existed to me like as the half-hour comedy hour on VH1 and I think MTV.
Then Comedy
did,
Central
like,
Presents was
This was like, I mean, I'm
even before that. A&E
like, I'm
Evening at the
old.
Improv, man.
Yeah, like
we watch that like crazy. We watch a lot of A&E Evening at the Improv.
And then it was like, but it only prepared you for this thing where you didn't. It was kind of like how music worked too, where I thought you had to be like Eddie Murphy or like Paula Poundstone.
Yeah.
And then there wasn't like a middle ground or like a smaller independent scene for comedians.
Yeah.
I thought you literally only could be on Johnny Carson,
Right.
and like be a millionaire off jokes.
Well, that's kind of what I realized when I got into comedy. I was like, I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to look to see if I can do stand-up comedy in Cleveland. And I found an open mic in Medina, where I was from, like that week. And so I went and did that, and then I went to the Improv, and like it was crazy that like the second time I was on stage the stage at the Cleveland Improv.
That is
And I was
fucking,
like, it
that's nuts.
wasn't, it was an audition. It wasn't, but I was like there. And then like real quick, you realize, oh, comedy's the one thing where you're not that far from those guys. Like,
Yeah.
like you can meet some big names. Like within those first 2 years, I had met so many incredibly famous comedians, especially because that was in a lull too. So that was before like MySpace was just taking off. So Dane Cook wasn't even famous yet. And like, I remember messaging Bill Burr on MySpace and like getting advice from him, and he gave me advice, and he was like cool about it. And so like, it was just a different era for that, where
I did a poster for Hassan
everyone's very
Minhaj
accessible,
in
yeah.
like 2010.
that's,
Wait, yeah, it was around then. Like Hassan, and it was so long ago, I can't find the fucking file.
yeah.
Because like
I met
he
him
was-
in L.A. at like 2013 when I first got on the Alan Cox show. We went out to L.A.
Yeah.
Alan went on a trip for the show, and I had just been hired, so they couldn't get me on in time. So I went to L.A. that week and met him at a like weekly show that my buddy was running. And I was like, dude, you're really good. He's like, oh, you're really good too. And then like a week later, he was on the Daily Show. I was like, who's that guy?
That's like I remember. I mean, was not a large amount of money that was exchanged
Yeah.
for the poster, but it was also like. I
Oh,
was
so you give
unknown.
him
He
deals.
was-
Okay, fucking cool, dude.
He hit me up. I'd never heard of him.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not saying this to be shitty. He was a nobody.
Yeah.
You know, he was, and then I think it was like that thing where like a few years later, it's like The Daily Show, Hassan Minhaj.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck.
Mhm.
Better find that file.
And then he lied about his kid being poisoned.
What is the fucking deal?
In a joke or
Yeah.
He lied
What?
about he's getting
People are
hammered over
psycho.
making up stuff in his comedy.
Yeah. Well, because it's such an emotion. So this is their words, not mine.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about like I would never make up stuff in my comedy act to elicit an emotional reaction. I was talking about that with my best friends, Jerry Seinfeld and Chris Rock, and the ghost of George Carlin, and they all agreed that we should never do that. But he did, so what a piece of shit, right? No, but what he had done was he told a story, and he did a few different things. And because in the stories he had kind of...
That came on quick. Thank you for being
good.
quick with the hands.
We're there for you.
So he took some like incidents in his life that weren't that racist and blew them up and made them seem like way more racist.
Okay.
I'm going burp for burp.
I
with you on
know.
this one.
What the fuck
I
is
feel
this?
like left out.
Well,
We just
are-
need carbonation.
I'm
all
over
the
here on
time.
the cuck chair.
The cuck chair.
The burp
That's
cuck.
the cuck chair.
Burp cuck. Sit in the burp cuck chair. And he talked about how he had so the one example that I kept seeing was he said that a letter was mailed to his family, to him, and it may have had anthrax in it, and his kid had gotten exposed to it, and so they had to take the kid to the hospital to make sure. And it was like the scariest thing, and he had this whole dramatic thing with his wife, and it was because he was brown and Muslim that they sent this stuff. And then it turns out that didn't happen. Something had happened, but he really exaggerated it. And there's another thing about the cops getting called on him or something, but there are things that happen to brown people. They just didn't actually happen to him. So people were like, oh, you're using these things to make it seem like you have a harder life. He's like, yeah, but people do have this hard life. I'm just, I'm a storyteller. I'm creating a scenario. And again, it's still, you still laugh or feel an emotion, and that's art.
Man, it's not like he's going around as a civilian making these stories
Right.
up.
Yeah.
I don't get what
I
the
don't
fucking
get it
deal
either.
is.
Is there some sort of...
I honestly,
beyond the
Is
fact
there
that
some
Mary got really
comedian-
upset about it. Mary,
she got mad
She
about
got
that?
upset about it because she is very honest about the stuff that she goes through, and so she felt like it was emotional manipulation to the point of cashing in on other people's pain to tell a story that you aren't necessarily experiencing the same way.
But the end game, he's not gaining anything more from that.
Well, he's getting.
I mean,
because
views.
he's getting laughs. He's getting all these, and he's taking people on they're more like one man show type situations where he's getting emotions out of people and laughs. So he's making people sad, making people have these emotional moments, but they're at the expense of his imagination more than actual experience.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of comedy is just exaggerated to the point to make it.
I don't have.
Funny,
Do I think
yeah?
it's the noblest thing in the world? No, but I think if it's in the service of trying to make people laugh, I don't see what the problem is.
Right.
But
yeah.
I think that's where the people had the problem. Is it wasn't just the laughter; it was the fact that it was based in something heavier like racism or your kid being poisoned.
If
and
he was
stuff
an
like
actual
that.
a white guy and he was going around claiming he was a brown guy,
yeah,
okay, sure,
right.
then you know
No,
what,
I'm-
dude,
I'm-
I'll throw a flag. But I don't like the point we're at with comedy in general, where everyone's dying to make up these rules that never existed for shit.
yeah.
That's everyone wants to get in the way of the thing of it just being like, are you trying to make people laugh? Is that why you're there? And
Mhm.
if you're there to watch a comedy show, are you there to laugh?
Well,
Right,
I shared the clip from Jeselnik the other day on Threads where he's talking about the Andy Warhol quote, art is getting away with it.
Mhm.
And that's what it comes down to. Are you getting away with it? And until Hassan came clean on these stories, he was getting away with it. So he it was no harm, no foul. And then some journalist did an in-depth dive and asked him about this stuff, and they're asking him, did these things really happen? And he's like, no, not really, but it's art.
Yeah.
I'm not up there saying this is how it happened. In the end, it is about being funny.
Yeah.
And so I get that for sure.
Yeah.
I think there is some valid criticism for it, but it's not Like you can just go, oh, that's kind of a bummer that that his kid didn't get poisoned.
I say
To
if
me,
it
nothing
bugs
at
you
all,
to
yeah.
your core that much, then don't go to his shows or don't listen to his comedy.
Well, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
And like, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm still going to support him, and I still think he's
I
funny.
don't think.
And,
I don't think.
And then there's people that didn't.
I'm tired of the crusade that people go on
Well,
to
it's like-
ruin someone's life. over.
wondering
Eminem
what-
never murdered his mom. You know, like
Yeah,
right.
Iron Man really didn't live again in the song. you know,
right.
like, that's the thing. Is it's
So, but that's also what has happened with comedy, becoming such a parasocial relationship with certain comics, where because they talk about their life, people take it as biblical versus entertainment.
It's a
I mean, the same
betrayal.
things happen with Mulaney, where like he's telling everybody like in his cute Mulaney voice in the first specials, like I was addicted to cocaine. And then he didn't really bring it up for a while because he was back on cocaine.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Hey, remember all that cocaine I was talking about? Well, it was back for a little while."
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like,
marriage up.
you know, he's talking about his intervention in the Baby J special, and I'm sure it is very exaggerated
Yeah.
to make it funny, because that's what we're there
That's the whole
for.
point, yeah.
Can you tell me the last time you've told the story to one of your friends at the bar or wherever, where you told the story from start to finish exactly the way it went, and at no
When the
point
blanket stuck to my dick. Hey, this is a 2-part episode, so check out part 2 next week. I know it kind of cut off in the middle, but it's just a long episode, so I cut it into 2. Thanks.